Alright, so we're going to do another little video here. This video probably isn't going to be very long. It's just going to be something short and simple. I've been asked it a few times from one guy in particular. I think I've had a couple of 3 different people overall ask about it. I've been asked because I've mentioned this thing called straight line. It's a John Deere trademark phrase for their track cutters. They also have what's called, or it is also called RCS, which is rapid control. Yeah, rapid control system. I believe that's what it was. I don't ever call it RCS. I always call it straight line. The straight line stuff is just like what is on. Get y'all up here. It's just like what is on tigercat whenever they talk about ER boom, which is called efficient reach. Basically what it's doing is it's tying your jib boom cylinder and your main boom cylinders together, and whenever you press this lever out, which is supposed to make the head go out, it makes the head go out and down. Instead of like a knuckle boom loader, if you move your jib boom controller down to walk it out, that's all it's going to do, is that jib boom cylinder is going to move by itself. The main boom stays still. Where if a machine has straight line slash RCS, or like efficient reach boom control from tigercat, whenever you press your jib boom to go out or come in, it either pulls your main boom down with it or it picks it up. One of the two. Both tigercat and John Deere are the only ones that I'm aware of that have something like this set up. To my knowledge, like Timber Pro, Komatsu, I know Caterpillar because I've run one. They all have traditional what's called joint boom, where if you, like I said, if you move your head, your jib boom, only your jib boom it moves with your jib boom controller. Your main boom stays still. John Deere has a function set up in their cab here. Show you here. It's just a little button right here. The number 1. It's on all of them. You see it's got the little arrow, i.e. straight line, because the arrow is in a straight line down there. You can turn theirs on and off whenever you first crank the machine, and it's turned off. To enable straight line, you have to press that button down there. With tigercat's ER boom is on all the time, unless you get into some of the larger machines. Then they have an option for it to be turned on and off, to my understanding. I've never seen it. I've never operated a machine from tigercat that's had the option for it to be on or off. It's either on all the time, or something's wrong in the back there and it's not working, and you know it didn't, the machine wouldn't run then. But it's always an on feature. So John Deere, this was one of their things to tighten up the competition gap between tigercat and John Deere. Because tigercat used to have John Deere's number when it come to track cutters. There was, and some people still believe there is nothing but a tigercat track cutter. And don't get me wrong, they're tough machines, and I'm sure their 845s and on up are just incredibly badass. But if you're in a thinning market looking for a zero tail swing machine, the 822 and the 830 compared to the 803. The 803 is a great tractor. Its undercarriage sucks. But the 853 from John Deere is an all-around great package. It has a beefed up undercarriage. It lasts extremely well. It would last even better for us if we would had tri-rail on ours. Like I said, that was a marketing, salesman issue from my understanding. But this machine is just as fast as tigercat. I feel that this machine, the John Deere machines, are a little smoother. The tigercat machines are faster on tracking, but this is a little bit smoother all the way around. And the swing on this one, I really like the swing on this one better. And I also like how the sticks are like half the movement of the tigercat, so you don't have as much operator fatigue at the end of the day. But that's getting on a whole other subject. Straight line RCS, whatever you want to call it, from John Deere is controlled through the computer. You go inside your computer here, and you go to your RCS. It says RCS adjustments, and then you go to straight line, trajectory, and then you have to set all this stuff up. Now, this is one of the things that I like about the John Deere stuff is I can get in different scenarios, and I can jump in there real fast, and I can tweak it a little way. Like if I want my boom as it's going out to raise a little faster or drop a little faster than what it's currently doing, all I gotta do is go in the computer and adjust that. Or if I want my right joystick to, if I press down on it harder, it not move as much. You know, if for whatever reason I'm in a scenario where I want that situation to take place, I can adjust that out. That's why I really like the John Deere stuff, is because there's so much customization. There we go. Redneck screw up word of the day there. There's so much stuff you can adjust in this to get it right, and the RCS to get it operator comfortable, and especially if you're clear cutting, RCS straight line also offers a thing to where it level, like if say this is your cutting head as you're going out, anybody knows that cutting head stays straight. If it's straight right here and you go to going out, the head starts rolling back like that, if that makes sense. So as it rolls out like that, you gotta roll your stick ahead. I mean, it's nothing that an operator shouldn't be able to work through. I have no problem with that. And honestly, I don't even run this feature, but if you were in a scenario where you were wanting to run the machine with one lever, you could set up the left joystick to where you set the head down 6 inches off the ground at your tracks, and at full boom, it's still 6 inches off the ground and the head's perfectly level. And then it comes, but if any time you have to move like if you had to pick up for a stump, or go down, or roll forward or backward, trying to balance your trees in the head, at any time you do that, this is now, the straight line is all messed up, and you have to reset, you have to reposition your head and start over with your cuts. But you can set up the John Deere to where the right or the left lever is all you're using. It's reaching out, pulling the head, the boom down, picking it up, rotating the head, everything as you're cutting. The tigercat, it is hydraulically controlled, and their machines are still on pilot controls. They can do, John Deere can do all that because their machines are electronic controls. The tigercat controls are, like I said, still pilots, which is a great thing in one side, but I like the electrics a little bit better to a degree, depending on what I'm doing. There's features I like about both, but the tigercat stuff is controlled hydraulically from the back there. Their main boom lines and their jib boom lines are actually, their hydraulic lines actually leave the back and the back door back there. They actually leave and go to your booms where they're like split. So they're sharing hydraulic flow. So if you adjust, say you was to get up there and adjust your main boom, you're also adjusting your jib boom. And you gotta find this balance in between the two to get it right. But tigercat doesn't offer any automatic head rolling stuff, head leveling, and it doesn't. The tigercat stuff, the ER boom, to me can be more precise because you still have more hydraulic control over it, where this machine here is still reading off of electronic currents, and sometimes those things can read a little wonky, and it makes the machine feel funny to you. If I'm in a predicament where like I'm trying to help hold a tire up for a skidder to mount a tire, or you know, building roads or whatever, digging ditches with a track cutter head, I personally like the tigercat controls better because you can be more precise. Just hardcore cutting fast, I like the John Deere stuff better because the controls, whenever you're running the guts out of it, those electric controls respond so much faster. And you can there's also things you can go in through here with the straight line and everything, and the motions in the computer on the John Deere side of things, and you can smooth the machine down or out for an operator that's not as smooth as a really good operator. you can go in there and set a profile up for him and tone the machine down just a little bit, you know, how aggressive the hydraulics respond, and that saves you a ton on pins, bushings, blowed lines, because he's not ka-chow snapping lines because it, you know, he surged the hydraulics or whatever. But anyway, I really like it, but what it does, you know, I described it. I'm not going to go through how to set it all up or anything like that. That's your... I don't mind helping people, but I'm not a John Deere salesperson. If they wanted me to, if they wanted to pay me to help with their product, I wouldn't mind it. But I get so many people messaging me about all the John Deere stuff. Those questions are for your salesman. If they can't help you, I'm sorry. I don't have time to answer every question that comes in about every little thing on track cutters. I love talking about them, but I don't have time for it all the time. The things like that, those are questions for your salesman. And if you're looking at buying a track cutter and you've never been around them, message me. I have no problem helping people out like that, because salesmen are not going to do nothing but try and sell you something, and I'm going to shoot you straight so you don't waste your time and your money. Both are valuable. Anyway, so what you do, or what it does, what it looks like it does, anyway, however you want to put it. So right now I am in straight line mode. See the little light on? If you ever get on one, make sure the light's on. I have mine set up to work in an arc motion, just like the tigercat stuff. So I'm gonna pull it all the way in, back it up just a little bit, roll my head all the way up. Now watch, it'll come all the way in, and you know, you go down a little bit there. The head's rolled all the way back, but you see how it goes out, it goes straight, and it's kind of going down at the same time. That's kind of how a tigercat responds right there. I mean, it's almost just like this. And every time you do it, the higher the boom's gonna go, because it doesn't start off as low as the previous deal. Now, like I said, you can adjust all of it, those parameters. I'll show you here. Like this one here is out raised. That means as the head goes out, the bigger this number is, the more the head's gonna go up. And this one here is called in lower, and the more you pull it in, the lower the head's gonna go. And like I have mine set to where the head is kind of gonna raise pretty fast as it goes out, and it's gonna drop really slow as it comes in, because I don't really want my head dropping as it comes in, because I'm coming up and over my tracks a lot, thinning in and out of the timber. And then this thing in here just like makes your right stick act dead. So yeah, but that's kind of a crash course on that. And then if you were to turn straight line off, turn it on what's called joint mode, you can see I'll actually extend it out a little bit to where you'll be able to see. Use my arm there to work it in and out. But the jib boom goes straight up and down like so. You see the main boom over here? It is not moving. I mean, it's wiggling, but it's not moving in and out. Same thing, you see the head go straight up, straight down. Your main boom is moving over here. I don't think I showed y'all that a second ago. So I'm gonna turn straight line back on. As we go out, see the main boom comes down. As it comes in, the main boom goes up. But what that does is that drastically increases the speed of the machine, because instead of having to send fluid to just one cylinder one way and one cylinder to the other way, it's sharing the fluid between the two cylinders. It is like boop, boop, real fast, in and out. Like fast. Fast means more wood at the end of the day. So anyway, guys, thank y'all so much. Hopefully I wasn't too boring. Wasn't a great of a video, but it was enough educational. Leave me a comment. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already, please. And until the next video, any questions on this, ask away. I'll catch y'all next time right here.